We're getting hundreds of messages every week from people still waiting for cruise refunds. In this episode, we'll tell you why it might be taking up to 3 months or even longer to get your refund. Well, ahoy there, cruisers.
We're Cruise with Ben and David, so we are Ben and David. We hope that you're safe and well at this time.
So the cruise lines have begun to address the issue of refunds now. It's become one of the most heated topics online, and it's not just to do with cruise, but most of tourism and anywhere else where you'll be getting refunds from. First up, Royal Caribbean CEO Richard Fain addressed the refunds directly. He said they were simply not prepared. He also said, "I get a lot of emails on this, and it's obviously a very difficult point for a lot of people." He explained under normal circumstances, the system for processing refunds works quickly and really well, but all of a sudden, two big things happened. Obviously, a dramatic increase in the number of cancellations and refunds, and secondly, having to transfer the whole business from a normal work situation and call centre situation to a work from home situation. As you can imagine, this has taken some time. He also said credit card companies were dealing with similar issues, which was causing even more delays on their end, which was then coming back to us as well.
Yeah, it's just a cluster of a situation, it sounds like, at the moment. He did say, though, that they were getting better at it and they were getting the refund situation under control, but he said they're still not as fast and efficient as he would like them to. The ripple effect of the situation also impacted call centres, meaning more calls will have been held on longer, which becomes a vicious circle because more people, more calls, holding longer, and they had less staff as well. But they are working to turn it from a vicious circle to a victorious circle.
It's a nice line, isn't it?
That is a lovely PR line.
If I've ever heard a PR line, victorious circle.
At the moment, it seems to be taking around 45 days to receive your refund from Royal Caribbean. Carnival
have also admitted that refunds are taking much longer than they would like, but they are processing refunds as quickly as they possibly can. Almost 1 million people were impacted by the pause in cruise just for Carnival alone. That's a huge amount of people. It really dwarfs all disruptions that they have ever experienced before. They said they are continuing to take refund requests as quickly as they can.
But for a lot of cruises, this is just not good enough, and we can see why they are frustrated. People have worked very hard and saved a long time for a cruise, and cruises are not cheap, guys. We totally understand that. There's a lot of complaints on Twitter and Facebook groups complaining about how long it is taking to get refunds, especially at the moment when people may need the money in the current situation.
Yeah, we really sympathise with those who are waiting. Hold on there, you will get the refund, but we absolutely understand. We're not talking about small amounts of money here, aren't we? But like we said, and Royal Caribbean said, it's becoming a vicious circle.
P&O Cruises have also addressed the situation, saying that they had to adapt their ways of working very quickly. They set up new systems at the same time that all their colleagues began working from home. President Paul Ludlow said, "I understand that some of you see us as a big business holding onto your money, as some of our guests have been commenting publicly. But I can assure you, I am very aware of the financial constraints that everybody is under at the moment, and we are not delaying this intentionally."
I think that's a really good quote, and I think it's very honest and good of them to say that. They're basically saying a lot of people have been accusing them of holding on to the money to make more money, but he's saying this isn't the case.
I can honestly admit, guys, I've said the same thing. We've been sat at home waiting for our refund. And you do see a big business, a multi-million-pound business who has taken a long time to give you your money back, and you can get frustrated and think, you are holding on to my money. I've totally thought the same thing throughout this process. He also continued to say that I know that up to 60 days is not ideal, and it's certainly not the service you would normally expect from us. But sadly, normal has now taken on a new meaning.
It really has. Fred Olsen have came out and apologised for the delay, saying, "To put this into context, our reservations and guest services teams would usually be dealing with around 100 cancellations or transfer requests each week. The team is now facing in excess of 10,000. We have drafted in additional members to support them, but this still is an enormous task." I mean, 100 to 10,000 a week. That's just crazy. Princess Cruises and Holland America have said the process is taking an average of 60 days, given the volume of requests. And MSC said refunds will be issued 60 days from the refund request date. Not quite sure from that date and not from when you actually request the refund, but hey. Norwegian passengers have also been told, apparently by agents, that it could be up to 120 days, which is a long time.
Yeah. So, what should you do? Well, if you want a refund, you will need to request it. This is not an automatic process if your cruise has been cancelled. Try and be patient. As you've just heard, it's going to be taking a long time, as the scale of these cancellations and the scale of refunds is unprecedented. The slowness of refunds is primarily coming down to the volume of people that are requesting them.
And it's really easy for us to sit here right now and say that. We are not justifying how slow cruise lines are being, because it isn't acceptable. But it's a difficult time and we really need to be kind to each other. A lot of people have been saying this. The money was taken instantly, but it hasn't been put back as quick. Absolutely valid point, but unfortunately, this is just the way it is.
While people are saying that they took your money quick enough, it's because the refund process isn't automatic. They have to manually process the refunds back to the customers.
And we've also been hearing things about badly informed call agents, as well as the ever-changing policies, which is making the process even more difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of headless chickens. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
In addition to this, we also heard last week that a lot of staff have unfortunately been laid off from the cruise lines, which is just adding even more stress to the system. So what should you do if you have requested or you want to request a refund? Here's some tips to make it a little bit easier. First of all, we say keep all your documentation and emails in one place, and this should have key things such as booking references, as well as any payment dates and card details that you paid on. Keep it all together so that you've got a paper trail for when you are communicating with the cruise lines. It's to hand and you're both on the same page.
And also, when you do talk to the cruise line, make sure you get their representative's name on the phone, the time, as well as the date, so that you've got all of the information you need to back up what you said. But for the latest information, you need to visit your cruise line's COVID-19 information page. You'll find the latest information here. Things like emails and letters can be quickly out of date, so remember the latest information will always be posted on the cruise line's website. We are super confident things are going to get faster and quicker, aren't we?
We've been reassured from the cruise lines that they are putting new technology and additional resources in place to address the situation with the refunds. And you'll be assured that you will receive your refund if you have requested it.
Please don't think that we're trying to justify the cruise lines here. We are not. We are being fully honest. We're trying to create a balanced piece about why it's taking so long to get your refunds through. Hopefully that helps you understand a little bit more. Once we understood it, it made us feel a little bit better about waiting, didn't it?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I was one of those people sat there saying, why haven't you given me your money back? You're a big company. I need my money back, or I want my money back now. We did have to have communication with Royal Caribbean as well, so we had to phone them up to clear up a few things with the refund. It took a long time, guys. We were on the phone a long time. We actually did a lot of the communication via email as well, but again, this still did take a long time getting a reply.
But honestly, cruise lines are completely overwhelmed at the moment, so be slightly patient. Now, legally, there's not really anything you can do. The timing of a refund from a travel organisation is not typically governed by law, but you can complain to your credit or debit card provider if you think it's taking a little bit longer. But remember, at the end of the day, the money will be returned. They are not going to keep your money. So what do you think about all of this situation? Let us know in the comments section below. We love to hear your opinion, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And as been said earlier, we just wanted to bring you a balanced video showing you from both sides what is going on at the moment. We appreciate that people are still waiting for their refunds. We have been in that situation, but now we have a little bit of a clearer understanding of why these are taking so long. Whether it's right or wrong, this is what the cruise lines have said.
And we've been working super hard to bring you all of the latest news as quickly and as clearly as possible. So please do consider hitting that subscribe button and hit the bell button as well, so that you're notified when we upload a brand new video. And a big thanks to all of our patrons as well.
If you'd like to find out more about becoming a patron, you can click the link in the description section below. Cruise Captain of the Week this week is Tris.
Ahoy, Tris.
Ahoy, Tris.
That's it till next time.
Happy cruising.